sure that we keep the club going and we keep the members together. So we did a great job last year. And also this year, there is a new exco, there's new blood, there's new energy going through the club. And because of my position in the division, I cannot spend as much time with the exco as before, but the exco, they have picked up the work and they are doing an amazing job. So they are also showing the resilience that I love to see in the exco. So that is what I have to say for today. I hope we all have a great meeting and have a great Sunday. Thank you too.
Thank you, Toastmaster team, for your encouragement to not only Saigon Toastmaster Club, but also the members from our two clubs, right? And now today, you know that we have some VIP guests. Yeah. Firstly, I just want to read the short introduction about one of our guests. She has been a member for 6 years, served as a club president, Geneva Caulfield, Thailand, achieved Resident Distinguished Club Award. She is the founding president of Leaders Toastmaster Club. She also held a lot of positions such as administration manager, division director, club role director, achieved excellent in club role award, program quality director, achieved excellent in program quality award, district director in term 2021. And she is also the distinguished Toastmaster. Can you guess whom? Yeah, now I would like to introduce the first VIP guest today. Please welcome Toastmaster Venus Dannon from District 97P. Please welcome her on the screen.
Amazing morning, everyone. Fellow resilient people.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's have fun tonight. This morning, I should say. Let's make the most of our session.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Venus. And the second VIP guest I would like to welcome. She is a retired. She used to work in public sector organization for 38 years. During her past years, she rarely had an opportunity to speak English, but she loves to study English. Around 8 years ago, she had discovered herself that she loves teaching, and one of her dreams is to teach meditation in English. So she tracked her dream by making a decision to join Toastmaster clubs to improve her English. After 3 years of joining Chiang Mai Toastmaster Club, she is now having more confidence in herself and she is coming closer to her dream. And now I would like to introduce Toastmaster Ta from Chiang Mai Toastmaster Club.
Good morning, everyone. You know, you can guess my age, right? And I am a growing person, but cannot speak English well. And I come to Toastmaster to practice my English. And yes, just you say, I am having more confidence. And today I'm honored to join this joint meeting. We will see again in the evaluation session till we meet again. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ta. And another guest. Yeah, she's an English teacher in primary school. She's been joining Toastmaster Club for 10 months and now serving as PPPR at Chiang Mai Toastmaster Club. Her goal is to communicate in English fluently. Now, I would like to introduce Toastmaster Phil from Chiang Mai Toastmaster Club.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chubui. Good morning, everybody. Yes, I am Field from Chiang Mai Toastmasters Club. Actually, I am an English teacher. I'm teaching younger students in a primary school, but my English speaking skill is not that much good. So that is the reason why I joined Toastmaster, and I hope that in the near future, I can speak English better. And I'm really glad to see you all today here in Zoom. Back to you.
Very soon, Toastmaster Phil. So after the quarantine time, maybe I hope that you can have chance to visit Vietnam, travel Vietnam, right? Thank you, Toastmaster Phil. Thank you, our VIP guest joining us today. Thank you for your time. And now, so I'd like to introduce one of very experienced member from Saigon Toastmasters. We have will introduce us about the word of the day today. So I would like to introduce Toastmaster Fernando. So he will introduce us. Hello,
Good morning,
Toastmaster
everybody.
Fernando.
Yes, today I'm going to introduce the word of the day. I strongly encourage the people to use it. And I will start by giving 3 definitions. This is actually a transitive verb and could be also an adjective. And it is very easy. So the word of the day today means to break apart. Another definition is to cause a disorder or turmoil in something. And lastly is to destroy it, usually temporarily, and the normal continuity or unity is basically to interrupt something. It has 7 letters. Any idea on the word of the day?
Resilient.
Nope. And another example is in business is to radically change either an industry or a strategy by introducing a new product or service. This is to create a new market. And because of the limitation that we got on time, I will say the word of the day. The word of the day is to disrupt. And as we can see, many plans has been disrupted due to the pandemic. And another example is then to disrupt a connection. All of us that we're in a meeting and the connection suddenly gets disrupted. And another example is the news disrupt the conference. It's something that breaks the part. And I will have the word of the day in my background, and I will invite you to use it in all your participations. Okay, thank you too.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fernando, for the word of the day, disrupt. And I hope that it's just the situation right now, and after everyone, so we will come back the normal again, and we don't see disrupt anymore. I hope that. Thank you, Toastmaster Fernando again. And now we'll go to a very nervous session. Yeah, very nervous session in Toastmaster meeting, you know. Can you guess that? It's going to be table topics. Yeah, table topic session. And in this session, so the table topic master, he or she will raise about 8 questions. And after that, he will point out which of you surprisingly, and you have to answer within 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And now I would like to introduce Toastmaster Tân Phan from Vietnam Leader Toastmaster will hold the table topic master role.
Yeah, hello everyone. It's me Phan Tân, and I'm the table topic master today. I know that it's really scary part, but I will try to bring a lot of values for offers today. Our topic today is extraordinary resilience. I think that it's gonna be really appropriate topic because we are all have been experiencing the COVID-19 pandemic, and we really need a tips or strategies to cope well with this pandemic. And I'm going to start this my section today is by asking you some several questions. And whenever you have a yes, answer is yes, please type yes in the comment box. Okay. So the first question, it's just a survey, it's not the real question, so feel free to answer it. Have you ever experienced jobless periods or failure that make you have so many doubts about yourself? If you have the question is there, please type it in the comments box. Have you been betrayed by your trusted one? Have you been so stressed at work and you couldn't make connections with the college and each day passing by was such a nightmare with you? And have you ever lost someone that you truly love? And have you, in the COVID-19 pandemic, have you ever, or your family or the relatives, tested positive with the COVID-19 virus? Yeah, actually, we can make a quick survey in about chat. There are so many yes that all of us have experiencing. So tough time, it happened to everyone whether we are still alive. And adversity or difficulty doesn't discriminate. And in such setbacks, resilience is the key factors that are going to help us to overcome that challenge. And in this section today, I'm going to give us 8 questions as 8 opportunities for it to build up our resilience. So I'm going to start with my very first question, and let me share my screen. Okay, you see my screen yet, right? So the first question is, why me? Why this happened to me? Tell us about a story that you shouted this word. And how did it end? And make sure it is the toughest question so far, and the next question is really easy. So I would love to invite Toastmaster Jennifer for answering this question. Hello, Toastmaster Jennifer.
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Okay.
Remember 10 years ago, at that time, I'm studying at the university, and on the first year summer vacations, I went back to my hometown and I enjoyed the time with my lover. That's also my first love. On the night when I went out to have some activities outside with him, on the way back, I got the motorbike accident. And suddenly the accident happened to me and I broken one of my arms. At the time, I said to me, why me? Why the accident happened to me? And after months later, I felt desperate because I couldn't go to school back to continue my second year at the university. Because of that accident, I already lost so many opportunities. And I also got many arguments with my parents because I didn't follow their guidance. I went out without their allowing me. But because of that story, I realized what is true things I can get. I realized my first lover is not a good guy. He ran away after that accident. He left me behind. And I try my best to solve everything by myself. So I usually say, why me at the time? But after that, I changed my mind. I consider unhappy things happen to me just a part of life. And I try to consider the positive thing of that accident. I'm lucky because I didn't die. I'm still alive. I'm still healthy. After 2 months of curing my hand, my arm, everything back to normal. And whenever I have the feeling that I feel regret for that accident, I think if this girl will help me or not, or is it harming me, I change my mind. And I think any story always come up with a good result, and we learn along the way. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Jennifer, with a really also, I think it's also quite really inspiring story after a shock adversity, but she had to change her mindset and continue to live and continue to enjoy the better life in the future. So the next question is, any volunteer for this question?
Me.
Who is me?
Iris.
Okay. Okay, so the question is, can you predict what the next pandemics or consequences human beings will suffer from in the future?
Next pandemic. So actually, I'm not a predictor, so it's a little bit hard for me. So I think the next pandemics that occur, that the human being will suffer is still be this pandemic, because I think because there are some reasons. Firstly, as you know, this 19 pandemic still happened, and we also don't know what like the time is finished. So maybe it still be continuous. And the second reason why I say this 19 pandemic still happens. Sorry. Because the 19 pandemics, this still happen to, like, the 19 pandemics, this still affect our life. So it's really hard to start, and it will be like one of the causes that leads to the disappointment for all of us. And thirdly, the 19 pandemics will be take us more like that leads us to more resilient, because if we are more resilient, so we can like moving forward to do like to live better in the future, because so many stuff happened, so many maybe there's some pandemics that are not 19, but it still will continue, so we cannot so resilient. And I think 19 pandemics still happen, and resilience is one of the things that we need to keep going. Thank you.
Yeah, thank Toastmaster Iris very much. As her speech, we know that we don't know when the COVID-19 going to stop, and the life is full of unknown things. So it also, the first message that I want to send to all of you, acceptance. Actually, suffering, adversity is a part of life, and it happens to everyone. It doesn't choose anyone to attack. So when we actually have the mindset of accept the suffering, it's going to help it. I think it's like a foundation for us to move forward and find a way to deal with the suffering. Okay. So let's come to the third question. So we are experiencing COVID-19, so protect yourself and family is very important. So how do you do to protect you and the family and friends from COVID-19 virus? I would like to invite Toastmaster Bích Nguyễn for answering this question because she is a doctor, so many tips for us. Please welcome Toastmaster Bích Nguyễn.
Hello. Hello, everyone. How do I protect my family and myself? This is the big question for anyone always ask. We have the three things. We must about the physical and about the mental. We must list anything for the dry your hand, for the wash your hand, and anything we know is very clearly, but how we can do it is not important. It's not important when you do it exactly. Anything in the first, you must search anything in the internet. We can do it. We can do it, but and one thing I think is very important is your mind and how you must stay in the stable is very strong for any person in my family. How can believe we can pass in the COVID-19 is very important. Now, besides, we must wash your hand before you eat. You drink a lot of the water. You eat the snatchy food. Yes, everything. But and as then, you must always remind. We believe in the God and pray everything for myself and for everyone. This is the big reason I want to tell everyone in my family and share your happy and share my happy together with my children, my husband, and my friends, and everything. Now we can practice together. Wash your hands and keep it in the heart. Keep it in heart. Always sharing. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bích Nguyễn, for a lot of valuable sharings. Not only wash your hand, eat nutrient foods, but also connect with other people and prepare a positive mind so that we can all overcome such pandemic. And we have to know that how us as an individual in this society cope with the COVID-19 virus. So what about the business and other organizations? How do they deal with this pandemic? So let's come to the next question. What do you do to feel good? We are staying home for so long, right? So what do you do to feel good when still staying at home for a long lockdown period? I would like to invite Toastmaster Andy Nguyen for this question. Are you there? Okay, so I will move to another person.
I can answer this question if that's possible.
Okay, please.
Sure. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Valentine's, and good morning, everyone. So my name is Mike, and right now I'm from CBA Toastmasters in District 70. So our club is based in Australia at the moment. And thank you for giving me this question to answer. There's so many things that we can do in the lockdown period. First of all, I love walking. So I usually spend about 15 or 20 minutes a day to walk to the parks. And I'm very lucky because my house is next to the park. So I can go there and walk there whenever I want. It's so refreshing and it's so relaxing when walking to the parks. And it's good exercise for the body as well to fight, to disrupt the COVID-19. Secondly, I like to read and I like to talk to my family over the phone because my family is in Vietnam, in the north of Vietnam. And I used to call them to check on them to see how they are doing, to make sure that they are protected against the virus, to make sure they are well, to make sure they have no worries about me staying in Australia. And lastly, what do I do in this long lockdown period? This is the perfect opportunity for me to crash, to go and to visit different Toastmaster clubs over the world. So now I'm in Sydney, but I'm enjoying the meeting in Vietnam. And how good is that? Meet so many people and learn from them. And that is great. That is an opportunity for us to do. There are so many things that we can do in lockdown. Have a walk, do some exercise. It's good for your body. Call your family, make sure they are okay. And lastly, meet different people from different clubs, from different platforms, and network to keep you going, to disrupt against the COVID. Back to you, Andrew.
Yeah, thank you. Our guest, my really pleasure for us that when you meet us, it's also become one of the plans to make you more happier in this COVID-19 pandemic. And after the next two questions, after the previous two questions, I also want to send you the next message is that adaptation. Let's try to find a way to survive and overcome the tough time. The first thing is we prepare a mindset like acceptance, and after that we figure out a way to adapt. And thanks to the two answers from Toastmaster Bigwit and our guest Myron, we can have some kind of good plan to adapt well in this situation. So let's come to the next question to see what kind of measures or what kind of strategies we can apply to overcome the pandemic well. So the next question, I would like to invite Toastmaster Phil from Chiang Mai Toastmaster. Are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Yeah, and your question is, how do you leverage the more time you have in COVID lockdown to grow yourself?
Thank you for the question, table topic master. Before I'm answering, I'm going to answer this question. What is leverage? Can you explain that to me?
Leverage is like you make the best use of that.
The best what?
Make the best use of that. You take advantage of the more time you have in COVID-19.
Okay, I'm not sure I understand that word well, but thank you for the question. How do you leverage the more time you have in COVID lockdown to grow yourself? Take advantage. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Eva, for your explanation for the word leverage. COVID-19 is such a dangerous virus, right? It makes us stay at the place, like at one place. We cannot travel more or travel to another country. That is very hard. But staying at the place, maybe we can find something good from it. It does mean we can focus in something else instead of thinking something that It's difficult to say, but okay, like what the fourth participant in table topic said, we have time to do something good for ourselves, even though it's hard to travel, but we can find out, like, if you love reading books, okay, you can take a time for reading books. If you love to see yourself stay firm with your body, you can take a time to exercise, eat healthy food, and also you can gain knowledge from listening or watching YouTube or joining meeting for Toastmaster Club around the world, because you have more time staying at home. That is an opportunity to practice yourself, to learn and to grow. Back to you, table topic master.
Yeah, thanks so much. I feel a lot. He shared with us that during COVID-19 is the best time for us to improve ourselves mentally as well as physically. And also we can explore ourselves in new fields such as new habit and new knowledge. Yeah. So we have to grow ourselves as individuals. So what about the business and organization out there? What they do to leverage the time of the COVID-19 to grow their business? So the next question, I want to invite Toastmaster our guest Châu Bảo Minh for this question. Tell us about an extraordinary growth of a business model or a breakthrough during COVID period. Please welcome our guest Châu Bảo Minh. Leica.
Like Châu Bảo Minh is not my name. Actually, there's something wrong with Zoom. Oh, God, this is a tough question for me. I have just graduated from university, just like you, Fantan. Well, a question about business model. I think a lot of like sectors or lots of business model have been heavily influenced by the COVID pandemic, and they even have to shut down their business. Some of them can be named like tourism, hospitality, or well, delivery, something like that. Oh, I don't have much in my mind now. Well, but I also lost my job before because of the pandemic. I worked for a startup that sells hotels and restaurants for tourists. But I can see that the CEO, the CEO of where I worked before changed really well, and then he could find a way to adapt with it. And he makes any kind of decisions that to have his business survive. And then when he figures out it cannot go with the pandemic anymore, then he switched the strategy. He sells something else, like he provide food delivery, and he tried to make the best use of his networks. There's not much in my mind to answer this question directly, but I think that the most important thing to keep the business growth, or to avoid the bankrupt from this COVID pandemic, the leaders or the top C-level needs to find the very quick right strategy, and then create motivation for all of the employees. Yeah, mental support. That's the most important thing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, our guest Leica. She mentioned like when we in experience of the difficulties, we need to adaptation plans such as we switch our strategies to still have a revenue and profit for the company so that the company can survive. And actually in our in the COVID period right now, there's many kind of business model that grow very fast, such as Zoom, the platform that we are using right now, or some sectors such as e-commerce or fintech, they are growing exponentially. And some breakthrough during the COVID, we can see like the time that we invent to the COVID, to the vaccine is really short compared with the previous ones. So we see a lot of amazing things that happened during this pandemic. So it also the third tips that I want to bring to you is growth. Actually, heroes are usually born in a challenging time. And I do believe that nearly 100 people here can be the next hero after the COVID pandemic and try to get prepared for it. Can we do it? Yes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's come to the next question. I want to invite one of our guests coming from the USA, Toastmaster Hiếu Huỳnh, for this question. What will be the first thing you do when social distancing period ends?
Thank you, Table Topics Master. Yes, this pandemic has been very disruptive. We had to disrupt our routine and we have to stay inside and do lots and lots of Zoom meetings. I am grateful for being able to do the Zoom meeting, even though it's late Saturday night for me. But I'm happy to be here to see two great clubs, both Saigon Toastmasters and Vietnam Leaders Toastmasters, both clubs I visited many times before during this past year. I'm so happy to see familiar faces and also to see visitors from Thailand. So it's great to see visitors from Thailand too in this joint meeting. So it's easy for me is to book a plane ticket and meet you in person in a physical meeting. I would just love to be able to meet you and everyone in person in a physical meeting when social distancing ends. That I think that would be the best thing, not just for this club, these clubs, but for all the clubs that I visited all around the world. Thank you, Topics Master.
Yes, and Toastmaster Hiếu Huỳnh, a lot of things that are waiting for us in the future when the social distancing ends. So let's come to the very last question. Anyone to volunteer for this question? So I would like to invite Toastmaster Fernando for the final questions. Compared to the life before COVID, what will be the positive changes in our life when lockdown ends?
Digital skills will be developed during this pandemic. Dear fellow Toastmaster members, friends, and guests, it is hard to think about the pandemic, but it will be harder not to think on the positive side. Every time I speak with people, the overall feeling is negative. Oh, this pandemic came to disrupt our lives. However, we need to think about the positive side. What can we learn? What can we develop? What can we take out of this situation? There are many positive things. In the last session with the Saigon Toastmasters Club, I mentioned that the people is developing these digital skills. I personally prefer face-to-face meetings. However, we need to adapt to the current situation. And I'm glad to see that overall, as a group, as a team, we are learning new skills. It sounds silly, but something very basic, such as knowing how to change the background on the Zoom. It's something controlling the timing, even unmuting on the right time. There are simple skills that I reckon it will help us in our business, in our daily life, because nowadays, this is the way we are interacting socially and at work. Everything is through Zoom meetings. And overall, I would say I will invite you to think positive and find out what is something new that you are learning. Many people have learned to cook. They develop cooking skills. Many people start reading, and I invite you just to see the positive side.
Yeah, thanks so much, Fernando. I heard that many people say that after the COVID lockdown, all of us, we were going to become the master chef because we have to cook for ourselves. So after COVID, as Toastmaster Fernando have said, we're going to change the way that we interact, as well as the positive change in our skills, such as personal skill and professional skill as well. So it's the last message that I want to give you. It's the hopefulness, the good thing that still awaits for it in the future. So try to survive, try to adapt and grow, and we're gonna receive a lot of fruitful results in the future. So here is also the summary from my table topic section. Try to bounce back from this aspect, and we're gonna boost our resilience to the extraordinary level to 4 key tips: acceptance, adaptation, growth, and hopefulness. Thank you so much for joining my section.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tân Phan. So the table topic session today, it looks like the guideline for everyone, not only the individual person, but also for the startup business. And everyone, we learn a lot from the table topic today. I really like the way the table topic master shared the question with the very cute pictures. So it's so very vividly for everyone to understand and to got the idea. And he also give us a lot of key message after every questions, and have the overcall message for all the session. Very good job, Toastmaster Tân Phan. I really love you. And now it's time for timing report. May I have the timing report from Toastmaster Nghĩa?
Yes, I'm here, the timer of today. So I have the timer report for the table topic session. Well, as you see in the chat box that I have sent, we have Jennifer speak for 2 minutes and 49 seconds. Toastmaster Aris 2 seconds, just 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Toastmaster Big Nguyễn 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Mai Nguyễn 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Toastmaster Phil from Chiang Mai 2 minutes and 26. Châu Bảo Minh, Miss Châu Bảo Minh 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Toastmaster Hiểu Huỳnh 1 minute and 13 seconds. And the last one, Toastmaster Fernando 2 minutes and 6 seconds. So we have 7 speakers is qualified for the voting, except from Toastmaster Jennifer, because she has her time is up.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Nghĩa Nguyễn, for your time report. And everyone, so we sent via the chat box the link for voting the best table topic speakers today. So just choose the one that you love most. We have about just 1 minute for voting. Yeah, done. So now it's time for feedback. Yeah, and now I would like to introduce the first feedback for the speak in the art. I would like to introduce Toastmaster Vader from Saigon Toastmasters for table topic evaluator art.
Okay, I'll be your table topics evaluator art. So let's get started. First speakers, Toastmaster Jennifer. The question was, why me? Why this happened to me? Tell us a story. That's you shouted those words. She answered straightforwardly with a personal, heartfelt story. It's easily related because we can feel that fear of the accident just happened to us out of nowhere. I would say that's like the personal, the heartfelt story. That's the strongest point. Like we can feel it, the emotions. My point recommendation for Jennifer would be try to exaggerate the emotion more, like make it feel more heart-wrenching with your word. Like you could have a sentence like, my hands broken. It's hurt when you move. But it's no more than my broken heart. The guy left me. So yeah, so I look forward to your improvements. I like to hear your story. Thank you, Thomas Jennifer. Let's move on to Toastmaster Bud with the third questions. How do you protect yourself, your family, and friends from COVID-19 virus? Toastmaster Bud have a warm feeling. The openness just stem from her voice. Like it's very soothing to hear her sharing what she learned. It's so friendly. She talked about her family, like they share hobbies, they share the actions of washing hands, like take precautions. My program recommendation for Toastmaster would be take your time, have more pause. Like when you pause, you create anticipations. People wait for you to speak. So when you share, they will remember because they were listening so closely. They anticipate. Overall, I enjoy Toastmaster speech, like her sharing. We should all wash our hands. Always remember that. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster. Let's move on to fifth question. So Toastmaster feel. How do you leverage the more time you have in COVID lockdowns to grow yourself? Well, Toastmaster feel she is just called. She's also very friendly. Like I feel the friendliness from her. Like she share what we should do. Like, traveling is hard, so we have to do something good for ourselves. We can focus on something else instead of thinking of bad things. Like we keep our hobbies, we read books and exercise. It's a very strong recommendation. So my recommendation for the field, actually I don't have. I feel like it's good enough. So thank you for joining us. Look forward to hear from you all. Oh, it's out of time. Sorry, Toastmaster Hiếu Huỳnh. You were very eloquent speakers. I feel you draw the experience, the audience. So look forward to hear from you more. Thank you for your answer. Like you want to, join on the clubs in person. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vader, for your evaluation. I really love the way you cram up your evaluation when you realize that thumbs up. It's so cute. And thank you again. So now we go to the second evaluator. So I would like to introduce Toastmaster Yenta from Vietnam. Leader Toastmaster, we have the evaluator for the event speak.
Okay, thank you, Madam Toastmaster. So it takes extraordinary resilience to deliberate listen for more than just stories shared by the speakers. So I couldn't fully enjoy the story, but don't worry, speaker number 2, number 4, number 6, or number 8, I got you covered because I heard or listened more than just story. Now, so for speaker number 2 from Toastmaster Iris from Saigon Toastmaster. Toastmaster Iris demonstrate the kind of pandemic in the future. It could be the same as this one, the same flu-based pandemic or something. And then she predicts that the next pandemic could make humankind more resilient. Well, personally, to me, I think Toastmaster Iris, well, good job on starting the table topics just out of a whim, just like this. I would give you some suggestion for idea search, just like this. Now, no one could stop you to pause for a moment before answering your first line. So pause, take a deep breath to find your ideas. Then ideas, you can find something like the AI or the medicine or the robots or the lifestyle changes that happens around the society, anything, and pick one of that and employ it into the story. And there you will have a story to tell to everyone. And then speaker number 4 from Toastmaster Mindwing, am I right? From Australia. Toastmaster Mindwing, well, I could say he is a professional on the screen. You could feel the warm voice or the proficient gesture from here to clarify or emphasize his idea. And then he had 3 ways to disrupt the negativity rampage of COVID-19 around the world by 3 exercise, walking to the class, call your family, and then join club meetings around the world to meet interesting people worldwide. What I would recommend for Toastmaster Mike Ring to make him even more professional here is to employ 1 or 2 ideas. They are just enough. And then expand the ideas into the stories and make them like a chat time between the 2 people sitting on the same table. So this way, it would make everyone easier to remember the key points, and they would feel like they are more connected to the story. Now, speaker number 6, Toastmaster, from the guest, Miss Châu Bảo Minh, right? About the breakthrough during the COVID-19 period. I would commend Miss Châu Bảo Minh on starting the speech with a bleak future of the business like tourism. And then she pointed to her own story of losing a job in the restaurant business. This way, it could highlight the message whenever the message she would deliver in the future, like the adaptation, and from bleak to the bright future, the contrast over here, it could further escalate the ideas that she could tell. So now, again, just like Toastmaster Iris, idea search. Hold for a while, take a deep breath, and find something like ideas, hotels for health personnel, or online shopping, including food, clothes, and you can see all of the growth in e-commerce worldwide. Now, the last speaker, Toastmaster Fernando, the experienced Toastmaster from Saigon Toastmaster, right? He started his story with the overall negative feeling and how he could turn the negative feeling into something more, like adaptation in online meetings and the skills he learned from there. Now, this is a good start. It is the base to a great story. Because the great story, it could start like the online meeting from the Saigon Toastmaster. He started there. He listed the new skills he learned, and he pointed that online meeting is just a small fraction towards the positive changes in the future. And then he expanded into something bigger, like bigger changes in society or in the world or the work from home culture. And then he employed his voice. He get his voice bigger and bigger and bigger towards the end. And by that way, he could conclude everything in a positive note and a very powerful message for everyone. So that's it. That's all for my observations of all the great 4 even speakers of the table topic session today, and I would like to hand back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yenta. So I really love the way he gave the energetic feeling to us, right? And I really love his beer. I think that is not real, it's fake, right? But it's make his speech more humorous, interesting. I really love it. Thank you, Toastmaster Yenta, for your evaluation. And now is the break time for everyone. We have about 5 minutes for breaking. So please enjoy, fill your water or do something. Or maybe you can stay here in Zoom and we can have the networking, very short networking within 5 minutes. And we will come back at 10:22. 10:22. Can we have some very soft music? And
Can you hear that
everyone,
now?
if you have, if you want to do the networking or anything, you can you just turn on your microphone and we can have a little bit chit chat. Thank you, Toastmaster Tupa.
Our dear guests and friends, if you want to register to be the member of any club here, please scan the QR code on the screen and you can find out more information about Saigon Toastmaster and Vietnam Leader Toastmaster. We have the contact of club officers here, and we have on the screen the contact of our Vice President of Membership. So welcome you to join Toastmaster and embark on an amazing journey with Toastmasters.
Hello, Toastmaster Joe. Glad to see you here. Yeah, the guest, Châu Bảo Minh, she shared a message that she's really excited to join Toastmasters. So via the chat box, we have the QR code of Saigon Toastmaster and Vietnam Leader Toastmaster Club. So you can scan the QR code here and just visit our fan base and yeah, enjoy some next meeting, and you can consider that you are suitable for joining the Toastmaster Club or not. And after that, join with us. Welcome.
Thank you. This is actually the second time I'm meeting from Toastmaster.
Excuse me?
This is actually already the second time I joined your meeting.
Yeah, you mean that join the Saigon Toastmaster meeting or Vietnam Leader Toastmaster meeting?
Yeah. Totally, there are two meetings. I guess the previous one is from Saigon Club.
Yeah.
And
but
today
it's a very special meeting between two clubs, you know.
Yeah, I can see it. I can feel it.
Only one time in year. You're so lucky.
last time I look on the screen, I see 4 participants here.
I saw that Toastmaster view. She's writing something. So how do you feel about our meeting today? You enjoy it?
I would say that I enjoy joining this meeting. It's good time to see like something different, you know, and also learn some new things from other people, other Toastmasters.
Yeah.
I love to see you are energetic.
Thank you. I love to have you in our meeting. So today we learned from you so much, especially the very strong message that you share with us for the resilient. Yeah.
Thank you.
May I have the agenda for the second half of it, please? Because I might confirm something. Hello, anyone?
Hello, everyone. It's time for us to come back our meeting. And the guest, I win. Now he's doing exercise.
Oh.
I can say it.
Oh, you can see me?
Yeah,
Yes, we can see you.
You do exercise like that.
Oh, I didn't.
Super clear. You have a sexy body.
I didn't.
But it's so nice.
Sorry, guys.
Dear Toastmaster Janta, I will send the agenda in the chat
I
box
usually
again.
I usually do some workout.
Okay, see.
Good habit.
Yeah. Yeah, good habit for the quarantine time, for the lockdown time. And everyone, so it's time for us to come back. So everyone, please turn on your camera and we will come back with our meeting now, right now. Just some seconds. Are you ready for the second part of the meeting? If you say yes in the chat box, please.
Yes, ready.
Bring it on.
Yeah, ring it on. Yes, 100%. And is it the second part of the meeting today? So it will be the main show of our meeting today. We will enjoy a lot of performance of the meeting. Yeah, it's not only the speeches anymore, because I know that our speaker, our repair speaker, so they spend a lot of time, a lot of effort to put effort for the repair speech today. And I hope that you can enjoy it. But first of all, I would like to introduce the evaluator. First, I would like to introduce the evaluator for the first speech. Toastmaster Tân Bùi from Saigon Toastmasters will raise the purpose of the speech for the first speaker.
Well, today Toastmaster will do level 1, check 2. First speak. The purpose project is for Toastmaster you to present a speak on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speak. With her speak, what is your love language? Good luck on the project. Back to you, Toastmaster Tú Bùi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tân Bùi. And now, I would like to introduce the first speech. Toastmaster Yu Trần, what is your love language? What is your love language? Toastmaster Yu Trần from Vietnam leads the Toastmaster. Please give her a big applause to have on screen.
Hello, everyone. I could like to share my screen.
Go first, sorry to interrupt. Time in close.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Okay. So, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Yu Chang from the Saigon Leader Toastmaster, and thank you so much for spending your time with us today. It's very special meeting for me because I find that the COVID, the border is not disrupt our connection. I see so many faces and people from different locations. So my topic sentence is, what is your love language? This is also my concern before, even though at that time I also didn't know it existed. When I was young, I have relationship with some people. We face so many issues, you can name it. In the end, I find that we not understand each other. It's kind of like we not speak the same language. And then in the journey of the growing up, I so busy with discover the world outside, the interesting, but I forgot to learn and understand the inner world inside me, which provide me so many valuable lessons to understand who I am, what I need. And one of that lessons is about the love language, which is my sharing topic today also. So first of all, let me introduce you to Dr. Gary Chapman. He's a very well-known marriage counselor, and he also the best-selling author of the book 5 Love Languages. This book has first published in 1997, and so far it has sold 20 million copies, and is always in the list of New York Times bestseller since 2007. And here is the concept of the Dr. Gary. 5 types of love language, is including words of affirmation, quality time, act of service, receiving gift, and physical touch. Okay, so let's go through each of them to see what it is. The love language number 1, words of affirmation. In this case, actions is not always speak louder than words. If this is your love language, meaning the compliment, the encouragement, the appreciation is really valued to you. And listen the word I love you as well as the word like how much they appreciate you, it means a lot to you. It's like the sincere expression is the key word to your heart. Sorry.
Chút xíu rồi em gọi lại giúp anh chị nha.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So they have some tip for you if your partner is speak this love language, and you try to give many the beautiful words to them. Like for example, if they have the new hair or they dress up, give them the compliment. Or if they cook you a very delicious food, like tell them how much you enjoy it. And also you can give them some cue note or sing a song for them also. It's work, believe me. So next is the second love language, quality time. So the people feel the most love when you spend time with them, especially importantly with your full attention. It means you don't need to do anything special. You don't need to bring them to the fancy location. Just stay there, stay focused, have eye contact, and have fully engaged with them. It's really mean a lot to them. So they have some tip for you here is you ask your partner what activity they enjoy the most, and then you arrange the schedule to make a date with them. Remember, try to avoid any distraction so that both of you can enjoy the quality time together. So the next love language is act of service. In this case, yes, actions speak louder. So these kind of people who speak this love language, who they really enjoy doing the thing for their partner. And they also expect the same thing from their partner as well. So the sentence, let me do it for you, is really mean a lot for them. So this can make them cry, especially when they feel stressed. And the tip for you here is you make the observation and you see what they need you to have them to remove the burden from their back. Yes, it means the word for them. The love language number 4 is receiving gift. For some people, receiving gift and giving and receiving gift is the primary love language. However, not to be mistaken with materialism, because these people, they focus more on the thoughtful effort, the love and the time you invest on the gift you give them. So the tip is if your partner having this language, then you can keep a notebook, write down everything. Whenever your partner, he or she say, I love something, I wish to have something, write it down and make them surprised. Okay, for the last love language is the physical touch. For some people, the physical contact is the way to make them feel love. Then the hug, the kisses, touch on the hair, on the shoulder or the back is so that you really care, and you also make them feel connected and recognized. So they have a tip for you here is you can make the daily habit of have the physical contact with them, like you kiss him before you go to work, and in the public place you can hold the head. Yes, and that is the 5 love language developed by Dr. Gary. For further understanding, for further study, you can go to the website 5lovelanguages.com. Here you can learn. Here they also provide you the video with to illustrate what the difference of each language. And here you also take the quiz also. The quiz here with 30 questions. The question will give you to understand who you are. Remember, try to answer this question with an honest heart. In the end, you will see the result here. The result will give you the percentage of each language inside you. I really hope this sharing is helpful for you to understand who you are and the way how you love others better. And remember, this kind of concept is not just only apply in the love relationship, but it also work for the friendship and the with your coworker also. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Yuchen, for your very interesting speech. So I saw in the chat box there are many members. They ask about their own love language. Yeah, it's a very sensitive time because we have to stay at home with our family, with our beloved one, and this is the right time for us to explore what is our own love language and how we give our love to the loved one, right? Yeah, the very meaningful speech for this situation right now. Thank you, Toastmaster. And now we will move to the second speech. First of all, I would like to introduce the evaluator. The evaluator for the second speech, I would like to introduce Toastmaster Ta from Chiang Mai Toastmaster Club.
Hello again. TM Ta from Chiang Mai Toastmaster Club, and I have a good opportunity to be the evaluator of the second speech. And the purpose of the second speech is the same as the first speech. That is your first speech, right? So I don't need to read the purpose again, but give you a wish that you have a good time in presenting your speech. Go on, please.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Ta. And now we will enjoy the second speech, the second performance today. I would like to introduce Toastmaster Mỹ Ngô from Vietnam Leaders Toastmaster with the title Everyone Can Share. Everyone can share. Toastmaster Mỹ Ngô.
Can admin allow me to share screen? Later, I love to share some documents. Is that okay?
The moment you start talking, the timer will count the time.
Okay. So hello everyone. My name is Mi, and today I'm gonna start my speech with a fun fact. There's a quote saying that everyone can be your teacher, and most of us agree with this, right? So here's the thing. This sentence means you can teach and share to other people something. But whenever I ask other people that, hi, you are so special. Your experience is interesting. Let's share it to other people. There would be people out there want to learn from you. And they would be like, no, I'm not that good. My experience is not valuable enough to share. Actually, that is my sentence in the past. But today, I am here today with my new me, my new person, to prove with you that everyone can share, because sharing is learning, sharing is helping, and sharing is receiving. Here is my story. Over years ago, I was in a vulnerable, insecure stage where I didn't know what to do next with my life. What I had in mind at that time was the tons of questions. What is my passion? What could I do now? What is my true calling? I don't know the answer, but what I know is that for sure, I need to get out of these situations. And from that, I decided to quit my job, and then I come back to my school to be a student again with my second choice, with my huge hope that I could become a student. And then after that, maybe I can have a good certificate and then I can have a better job, better life. But started to become a student again at the age of 24. It's not easy as I thought. Sometimes parents would look at me and like, me, look at the other daughters, the other family. They are getting married, they are settled down, they support finance family, they are support a lot of things, but look at you. How could you do to this family? And that time I was like, Mom, Dad, please wait for me. I would not let you be disappointed anymore. But here's the thing. The more I try, the more I find insecure again. Because despite how hard I tried, I couldn't get to the stage of good as I expected. And that time, I crisis again. I wake up every day with the same questions. What should I do now? I look at the sky. In my birthday of 25. Hi, universe. Can you tell me what to do next? Tell me what to do. I will do with my best. And then after that time, life gave me a signal. I met a classmate in my school. Her positive vibe is contagious. And she introduced me as an English teacher. Especially, she has many students. And I had a thought in my mind, oh, maybe she is a good teacher, like her English would be very good. But after some classes we have together, there's a quick thought in my mind again. Oh, her English is good, but it's not as good as I thought. How could she have that many students? And then after a semester, we studied together. She sit down and then she told me this sentence, this advice. Me, I've been watching you for a long time. And I noticed one thing, that you are obsessed with the phrase of good enough. You always compare yourself with people higher than you. But we don't need to be perfect to do anything. If you don't need to achieve the 9 or 10 score to do anything. If you are at 5, you are good enough to share, to help other people who less than 5. That is the reason why I became a teacher. Even though my English is not great, but I still help a lot of people, speak more confidently and fluency with a good attitude. That advice after that time was like a slap on my face. And then I thought to my mind, yeah, my problem is that I was afraid of the judgment from other people. Then I sat down and then I looked back to my journey, and instead of asking the questions, how could I do now? I asked the questions, how have I changed? And then that's also the time life gave me another signal, is that I know about this community, okay? This community, CAFAR, where people can meet up, learn, and share experience to each other people. And I opened my heart to talk, to listen to other people, to hear their story, their mistakes in the past, and their tips as well in life. And then I also started to open some sections of mine to share my experience of learning English, or even training my voice to be better. And then it turned out that a lot of people love it. They love my vibe. And some people ask me, hi, me, do you have any English course? I would love to learn from you. I would love to be your student. And yeah, it's helped me to be more confident. And there are 3 things I learned from this. Sharing is learning, because it's not that I sacrifice my time. It's the time that I can look back to my journey. I could see how have I changed, and then I could organize my thought better. I could deliver my thought better, and I can be a better speaker. And I also learn and self-awareness about my journey. Second, sharing is helping, because we are different in different level. No matter how you look like, no matter how you sound like, there are a lot of things we need to learn from each other. And the last, sharing is receiving, because when you pay off to society, when you open your heart to share, to learn, there would be the signal from the universe who help you decide to let you know the way to go. And to conclude my speech today, I just want to tell with you that you don't need to be great to start, but you need to start to be great, because nothing is perfect. Be humble, but humble is self-awareness and polite and confident to share with each other. Everyone can share. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mỹ Ngô, for the very inspiring speech today. So you share us the very strong message that we can open to share, and we can receive the good things. And I'm sure that now your parents, they should be very proud about yourself. Yeah, very confident. Thank you, Toastmaster Mỹ Ngô. And now we move to the next speech. Before that, I would like to invite the third evaluator for the third speech. I would like to invite Toastmaster Danh Ta from Vietnam, please, the Toastmaster.
Okay, so thank you, Madam Toastmaster. So it's me, the second time, and I will be the third evaluator for Toastmaster Huing's speech on level number 3, project number 1. So congratulations to Toastmaster Huing for reaching this level. Now, on to the purpose of this speech. The speech is the speech for practicing the skills to connect with the unfamiliar audience. And by doing so, the speaker would learn the skill to present unfamiliar topics to unfamiliar club members. And remember, the main focus of this speech is to demonstrate the way how the speaker would keep the audience engaged with unusual topic. Now, good luck to you, Toastmaster Huỳnh, and back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Danh Tak. And now I would like to introduce one of the speaker, the experienced speaker from Saigon Toastmasters Club. So she is so powerful today, right? Yeah. And now I would like to introduce Toastmaster Queen from Saigon Toastmasters Club with the title, Who Stole My Time? Who Stole My Time? Toastmaster Queen.
Fellow Toastmaster and guests, do you feel you have enough time to do your things during COVID-19? I put a quick survey here with 4 options, and in the chat.
Oh.
Someone, okay. Fellow Toastmaster and guests, do you feel that you have enough time to do your things during COVID-19? I put a quick survey, 4 options, and please pick one that fit to you. Number 1, oh wow, reading so quick. No, I wish I have more time. 2, yes, I have abundant time. 3, mix, sometimes yes, sometimes no, depends on my mood. And 4, perfect. For those who choose 1, 2, 3, you can stay here with me. And for those who pick 4, please leave the meeting because you are not my target audience. Thank you. So next question, have you ever asked yourself who stole your time? Who stole your time? Type the answer in the chat box. Your family, boyfriend, girlfriend. Who stole your time? Me, okay. Okay, great. Okay, so from your answer, I think I will share my own story. Okay, to me, you know, like, oh yeah, negative friends on Facebook. I used to think that my mind, yeah, I used to think, okay, I would like to share my own story. First, one of the idea came up to my mind is that number 1, boss stole my time. My job eat up my time. Yes, remembering who throw at your face the last minute report of 10 pages long at 6 p.m. and then asking you to complete for tomorrow meeting at 9 a.m. with big boss, and who sometimes never listen to you, always giving a top-down order. And you feel stressed, you feel like you stress too thin to manage responsibility, and then just getting, you know, like scold or complain, and you feel disappointed about yourself. Number 1, so boss stole your time. So I have a solution for you. Steal his time, steal the job time, instead of letting him to steal your time. And then you have 2 ways to do so. First, work from bed. Work from bed. You know, you may be familiar with those terms, work from home during this COVID-19, when you can come to the office and work. Like you can have a meeting at night. And
you mute yourself.
oh,
You are muted, Huỳnh.
Sorry, okay, work from bed, get meeting at night, just get up at 8:59 off camera like this and unwash with the unwashed and sleepy face, or sometimes texting with your boss like, sorry, I'm late for 5 to 10 minutes, and I hope that you don't get stuck in the traffic jam between the bathroom and working table. And number 2, cut the half working time. Instead of working 8 hours per day, just do 4. Saying no. This solution would take courage and only apply for those who have ability to complete your own task at your own way, and who can bear the hard truth, isolation. You become a bitch and you are alone in your own paradise island. Let me tell you, I tried it before, and I gained a best sales of the year, but at the same time, best beach of the year. I won. Are you feeling something wrong here? Are you feeling something wrong here? It's stress. Your stress stole your time. Your stress stole your time. You are controlled by your weak emotion, and college don't trust you, people don't trust you, and you even don't trust yourself. If I keep playing the cheap game of cheating, blaming, rebelling, or retaliating, I am too immature. It would not bring me to go anywhere. I would steal 4 hours per day today, but I lost 4 years to realize that it's a big price to pay for such an immature act, for blaming others instead of taking responsibility and instead of controlling my own life. And in this game, I'm a loser. I'm still be a bitch. What if I look beyond the pressure, create my own time to grow myself, to work for myself, not only for the boss or not only for the time that I have paid? Yes, and like I came up with the question, who stole my time? It's me, it's myself. So yes, fellow Toastmaster and guest, before asking me how to keep your time well during the COVID-19, maybe for the next speech, I would like to leave questions for all of us. Who stole your time? Who owns you? Thank you. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Queen, for your speech. Who stole your time? So I guess everyone will have our own question, and we know how to solve that problem, right? Yeah, I hope that we will have the balanced time between work and life during the quarantine time right now. Thank you, Toastmaster Queen. And now we'll go to the next speech. Yeah. And first of all, I would like to introduce the evaluator for the first speech, Toastmaster Thảo Trần from Vietnam Leads the Toastmaster.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Thảo from the VNL team, and today is my honor to evaluate the speech of Jennifer. So today your goal is understand vocal variety, and the purpose of this project is for the member to practice using vocal variety to enhance our speech. And you know that vocal variety is a very important part in public speaking. So congratulations, and hope that you can deliver an interesting speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Thảo Trần. And now I would like to introduce one of experienced speaker from Saigon Toastmasters, and she's also the VPE of Saigon Toastmasters. I would like to introduce Toastmaster Jennifer with the title My Haircut, Toastmaster Jennifer.
Are you a fan of a tomboy style like mine? A short haircut like this? Anyone here has a short haircut? I enjoyed this hairstyle 5 years ago because it's much more convenient for me and it brings me many benefits. Compared to others, I spend less time to wash my hair under the shower and less care for my hair and less hair loss as well, a lot of benefits. And more importantly, my husband does love my hairstyle. 2 weeks ago, I did receive a phone call from a strange number. Hello, are you free today? Just come my place. I will get your hair cut. I only work for 1 day. So come fastly. Don't be late. Oh, at that time, oh my God, I didn't believe into my ear. Finally, I also got the chance for my haircut. I already suffered for the long hair for many months and I couldn't understand more. I couldn't describe how happy I am at that time. Maybe now you're so curious. Why I'm so often like this? Yes, because of the COVID-19, my area were put in the lockdown for months. I didn't have a chance to go out to do anything. So only wish for my, at the time, only had a chance to get my hair cut. I couldn't stand it further. You know, whenever I look into the mirror, I didn't recognize myself because my hairstyle turned to long hair and it makes me itchy. I'm so uncomfortable with that hairstyle. That feeling make me feel disgusting because 5 years I had already in the soft haircut. Finally, my dream also come true thanks to that magical cord. And you know, on that day, during the way back home, I was so happy. I told to myself that, oh, I'm a lucky woman because I get my hair cut successfully in the chaotic COVID-19 situation like this. And my other time blow up with the thought. The happiness, it's just simple like this. It's very simple. It's just a haircut, but I was super happy on my face. I smiled all the way home. I started to figure out to change my mind at that time. As human beings, we usually are very hungry to set ambitious goals to be happy. We are seeking for the big house, luxury cars, and surrounded with the luxury of things like modern watch, clothes, luxury one, and a more mobile phone, luxury one. Yeah, we are running for the material life like this, one after another, and never feel enough for our greed. That's the reason why it's very hard for us to find happiness in life. Inequality is seen far away, and it's very hard for us to touch. My mind totally changed from that day. I started to enjoy every single moment I have in my life now, only 2 weeks. Whenever I wake up, I'm so happy because I know that I'm still alive, I'm still healthy. And I still had a chance to have a tasty cup of coffee with my husband, to still have a chance to play with my kids, to have a chance to join to Toastmasters. Those are feelings I focus 100% to feel it. Take it slowly and feel it. To feel it taste and to see the beauty inside. I realize that life is unusual. Life is fragile, especially when the COVID-19 right now is happening severely out there. We have no clues what will happen tomorrow. So why don't right now I enjoy every single moment I have in my present? Even right now, I'm joining my speaking to Toastmaster, to fellow Toastmaster. we have no clue for tomorrow. So just enjoy today, right now. Most of our sadness come from our regret about the past or too much worries, anxious about what will happen in the future. But our real happiness is right now, is our living for the present. So happiness is present. Don't wait further. I'm calling you to enjoy right now, to feel the happiness. And let the haircuts it become our magical stories. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jennifer. I really love the message that you give to our audience, that just enjoy the right moment like now. Just enjoy our meeting right now, because we don't know that what happened tomorrow, right? Yeah, enjoy the happiness right now. Thank you, Toastmaster Jennifer. And is it the time for timing report? May I have the timing report from Toastmaster Nguyễn?
Oh yes, here is my timing report for the speech session. So you can see the 4 speakers have make it on time. The first speaker, Diễm Trần, is 7 minutes and 9 seconds. Toastmaster Mỹ Ngô, 7 minutes and 19 seconds. Toastmaster Huyền, 6 minutes and 27 seconds. And the last one, Jennifer, 6 minutes and 47 seconds. Those are 4 is qualified.
Yeah, all speakers today, they are qualified for voting. So now, please send us the voting link via the chat box, and everyone, we can vote for our best speaker that you like best. So we have about 30 seconds for voting for the best speaker. Okay, thank you. And now I think that it's time for going to the next session. As you know that feedback is a very good food for our speaker, and especially for the public speaker. After we do our performance, we get the feedback from the very experienced speaker. We have full of encourage, and we have also the recommendation from the experienced speaker. And after the meeting, maybe we can do the next speech will be more better. And now I would like to introduce the first evaluator for the first speech, Toastmaster Tân Bùi from Saigon Toastmasters.
Well, thank you, Toastmaster Tú Bùi. And I would like to thank you, Toastmaster Diệu Trần, for her informative speak about love language as well. One of my first impression about her speak is that for the openings, she tells stories about really specific story about why she chose and the reason why she chose the topics, and it's really interesting. So I get attracted to it already, and I really focused on what she tells next in her story. Also with she prepare really well prepared slides, so it's really easy to follow. It's really well structured with the workshop format methods, the variety of time, and the art of service. For the next time, I recommend her to tell more detailed story about how she experienced with the love language and what change her or how she applies the love language to her life. So it will realize, and also in the closing, she should summarize the key takeaway for the audience. So it should be has a stronger finish. Overall, I think it's really well prepared speak with the really interesting topics and also with a well structure. I look forward for you to do to next week. I think that's all for me. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Tú Trần.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tân, for your very detailed feedback for Toastmaster Diệu Trần. I saw that she wrote down carefully about your evaluation. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce Toastmaster Tha from Chiang Mai Toastmaster Club. She will give the feedback for the second speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, and congratulations. TM Minh Ngô. Can I pronounce your name correctly? Yes. Okay, congratulations with your first speech. But you make it gratefully. Great, not gratefully. Did it great. And what I like most about your presentation is that you start your speech with great confidence and enthusiasm, and you have the well good appearance, whether in you present with great confidence, and your gesture, your voice, or your facial expression is very good to me. And the next thing, the only thing I would like to recommend is that I wish TM Minh Ngô to allocate her speech more precisely, because when at the beginning she mentioned the three aspects of the sharing, right? No, yes, the three aspects of sharing. From sharing is learning to sharing is receiving. And I expect to hear more about what is the details of these three aspects. I would like to say that if she can allocate it well, she will say not much about her story that inspired her to be the teacher, and talk precisely on the three aspects. So when the end of the speech, she only can talk a little bit about it. But I have another comment, that she has a structure that at the beginning, you have the good structure of beginning, body, and the conclusion. She can conclude in the end of the speech. And she used the time perfectly, because she is only used 7 minutes and 19 seconds. And this is all of my evaluation. I hope to see you have a prosperous journey in Toastmaster and proceed on your presentation with great confidence and joyfulness that you did it today. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tha from Chiang Mai Toastmaster Club. Your speech is so enthusiastic and very detailed. So I think that you give a lot of encouragement to Toastmaster Minh Ngô today. Thank you so much. And now I would like to introduce the next evaluator, Toastmaster Yanta from Vietnamese. The Toastmaster will give the evaluation for Toastmaster Huynh.
Oh, hello over there. So it's my turn to evaluate the third speaker, which was Toastmaster Huynh. Now I'm putting on my hat of being the evaluator for her speech. Now, who stole my time by just hearing the title that made me want to sit down and listen and take notes? Engaging opening, and which unveils for unusual ideas, which is the purpose of this speech. Now, from what I observed that there was an interesting audience interaction over there with the question. You feel like you are not having enough time. And then there was a quick survey, and I saw the audience, they engaged with the question so enthusiastically. So engagement and energy, check, got it? And then for the second part, she presented an unusual concept of stealing the boss or the job's time. Why? Because they were the culprits of stealing the speaker's time. So she presented the two concepts of working from bed and working for only 4 hours. Surprise! So I was sitting over there and I was taking the notes from, I was kind of looking forward to what to be unfold next. So objective met. Still over there as I listen, I think, oh, hey, this speech got potential, right? I saw something in it. What if? Now, the rest of the speech, it feels like a different speech for another time, right? So the stealing the boss or the job's time stood out the most. So I would like to recommend that. Mind it, milk it, because I love it. The audience would surely remember it the most. So there would be tips or ways to cheat the boss or unusual way to increase the work efficiency. Tell the real experience that Toastmaster Huynh had with storytelling. And then finally, convert the audience with the unusual ideas. Blame who stole your time, the boss or the job. And then how to outsmart them. Time for the recap. And then it could stick with the audience for a while because they were converted. Now, overall, this is an unusual topic with interesting concept. What if storytelling and acting join the fray with the unusual, right? It would be epic. It would be Huynh's TED Talk in the future, right? So back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yanta, for your very experienced evaluation. Yeah, very valuable evaluation for Toastmaster Huynh. I saw that Toastmaster Huynh tried out, yeah, carefully. And by the way, I really love your head. I think that you should be the actor, not the public speaker, because every time you appear, so you just change your appearance very quickly and so attractive. Thank you, Toastmaster Yenta again. And we will go to the last evaluation. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Thảo Trân from Vietnamese, the Toastmaster who give the evaluation for Toastmaster Jennifer. Please unmute yourself. Thank you.
Okay, hello fellow Toastmaster and guests, and especially hello Miss Jennifer. I believe that you already deliver a very great story, and you guys know that vocal varieties is a very important skill for everyone if you would like to improve your public speaking. Because why? Voice is the key weapon to interact with others. So if you can leverage your voice, it's one of the methods that you can hold the heart of the audience, or even that get the audience well understand of the story. And today, Miss Jennifer already made it. I believe that you already start your story with a very simple, common concept of that. Okay, you cannot have a haircut during the lockdown. However, although it's very simple, but you deliver with a different vocal variety and get others to a very meaningful ending about living today, live in the present, happy in the present. I think it's a good point that I would like to share with you. And then, what's good next? One of the things that for the the voice you have already used. I think it's all a matter of your volume and the speed. How's it for you to deliver the speed? The good point is that you already deliver a very slow voice, slow bass, and by this way, people can easily to understand what you say and what you want to deliver. And beside that, for the important content, it's good that you've already straight, bold, and make it very clear. For example, when you say about why I enjoy every second I have, you already bold every single word. Why I enjoy every second I have. I think it's a very good tactic that to get the audience attention, and as well work the other on the important thing that you would like to deliver. And also for other example, like you want to say about the key message that to deliver to other, like will you have this thing right now? With that kind of straight and bold, I think that is a great method to deliver the story. However, I would like to challenge you in the next step. How about you raise your voice, increase your volume a bit when you say something happy about happiness? I mean that more for your energy, for your I mean that happy moment when you mention about that. For example, in your context, when you mention about that, you are so happy that you have your haircut. So when you're happy, like raise your voice and put some smile as well. I think it's a good way that to express yourself by your voice. Okay, that's the end of my feedback, and I hope that is useful for you. Thank you a lot and congratulations.
Thank you, Toastmaster Thảo Trân, for your evaluation. So I saw that you give a lot of recommendations for Toastmaster Jennifer. I think that after the evaluation, Toastmaster Jennifer can improve her speech a lot. Thank you all our evaluators today. And it's time for timing report. May I have the timing report from Toastmaster Nghĩa Nguyễn?
So yeah, the report from evaluation time. So we have for evaluator here, Toastmaster Tân Bùi, he has 1 minute and 55 seconds. Toastmaster Ta, 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Toastmaster Thanh Ta, 2 minutes and 25 seconds. And the last one, Toastmaster Thảo Trân, 3 minutes and 11 seconds. So we have Toastmaster Thanh Ta and Thảo Trân is qualified, and unfortunate for Toastmaster Tân Bùi, he only need 5 seconds.
Yeah, thank you for your report, Toastmaster Nghĩa Nguyễn. You work very hard. And via the chat box, we have the link for voting the best prepared speech evaluator. So everyone, please choose the best speaker you like. We have about 30 seconds for voting. Yeah, it's cool. It's time for come back our meeting. And you know, during the meeting, there one person who just keeps silent, just observe us, listen to us during the meeting, say nothing, and just write down a lot of questions for you. She will check that how many percent that you understand about the key message of our speaker today. And now I would like to introduce Toastmaster Nhiên from Saigon Toastmasters. We do the listener role.
Thank you, Toastmaster too. Everyone being a good learner is as important as being a good speaker. I'm here today to check your listening skill. And before that, could you please unmute us, turn on your camera, so we have the best interaction in this section. I will ask a question and pick one person to answer it. If she or he have no answer. So everyone just jump right away, answer the question. Okay, here we go. How many years that Toastmaster Venus from Thailand has been to Toastmaster? Queen.
6 years.
Peanut butter.
I think 6 years, right?
6
10
years.
years.
Yeah, correct. Which field or subject? 6 years. 6 years. 6 years. Which field or subject that Toastmaster and my was in English? Tim.
I couldn't hear the question.
Tim.
You were lagging, or I'm lagging.
Hello.
Can you repeat the question again?
Which field or subject that Toastmaster Tha from Chiang Mai want to teach in English?
Meditation.
Meditation.
Meditation. Wow.
Oh, I am in mute.
You unmute.
Yeah. You hear me clearly? Which field or subject that Toastmaster Tha from Chiang Mai want to teach in English?
Meditation.
Meditation in English. Yeah, meditation. Who ran away after Jennifer got the accident?
Friends, her boyfriend.
Her first boyfriend. Which activity that Toastmaster Bích Nguyễn want us to practice together in this meeting? Fernando. Okay,
Wash their hands.
What are activities that our guest Mike Nguyễn do to feel good during pandemic? Walking, reading, visit different Toastmaster clubs. According to our guest Châu Bảo Minh, the most important thing that the head of a company need to do to deal with the pandemic. Do you remember Mỹ, Ngọc Mỹ?
Quick reaction.
Yeah, quick reaction. Find a very quick strategy. What will be the first thing that Toastmaster Hiếu Huỳnh do when this social distancing ends?
Visit Toastmaster in person. I mean, like visit Toastmaster meeting.
Yeah, correct. Book a plane ticket and meet Toastmaster clubs in person. What is the positive change that Toastmaster Fernando see from other people during the pandemic? Châu, Toastmaster Châu.
Sorry. Another person.
Everybody, learning new skills, see other people learning their new skills. What is the recommendation that Toastmaster Danh Tạ give to Toastmaster Iris and Châu Bảo Minh? What is it? Everyone. What is it? Hold for a while to think of the stories. On which Toastmaster Mỹ Ngô started her second university.
24.
Yeah, 24. According to Toastmaster Huy, who are not her target audience.
Yes.
Number four.
Number four. People who have a balanced life. How many years that Toastmaster Jennifer remained her short hair?
5 years.
5 years. Yeah, correct. So that is my part for listening skill. Thank you everyone for listening. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yin. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Yin, for your very interesting questions that remind us our meeting today. And now, if I am the MC and I say that, dear Toastmaster and yes, today I am like that. So how you think about that? Maybe you think that I'm not the professional MC, right? And I cannot host the meeting smoothly, right? And especially for the public speaking, we need to decrease the R and in our speech, and maybe we cannot realize how we do smoothly or not. And the R counter role will help us to count the R and in our speech and to wake up us to release it. And now I would like to introduce Toastmaster Thanh Phan from Vietnamese. The Toastmaster will hold the role R counter for our meeting.
Yeah, hello everybody. And hello, my name is Thanh, and thank for everyone to join with us today. Our guest, Saigon Toastmasters, and company with us to create a meaningful meeting today. And the topic today with the theme is extraordinary resilience. And I very extremely excited and attractive for me to hear everybody to say about the spirit and non-disturbed today. And as my role as counter of the day, I will give you a report. How many reports this and repeat it and redundant this the word that are you saying during the meeting. And first of all, on the table topic, I very appreciate all the people like Jennifer, Bích Nguyễn, Miss Nguyễn, Phil, and Hiếu Quân, Fenadon. Sorry, I will say the wrong name. So both of them are very great to say no work repeated today. So for tomato Irish, would say four and one and for Chao Bảo Minh, you know you have a little disrupt and she have 10 times for and 2 times for and so in this internet time you can focus on this and continue to the pathway evaluator of writer we would say 2 times. And for the nhân tại you very good, so you have know the word for the speak. And continue to the prepare speeches. I would say everyone have a good speech share for today, and Diệu Trần we have a 4 and so we have a 2 show, and Mỹ Ngô and Huyền you have none of today, and Jennifer you have a 3 I am and yes, and for about the evaluator today, Mr. Ta you have a 2 and 2 and 2 times you say at the beginning, and continue to Tăng Bùi, so you would say sure, and continue to Thảo Trăng, you would say fighter on the top on the speak. With the timer Nghĩa Nguyễn, I will say you will say 5R and 2R, and thank. And one people I will say thank you is Thanh Phan today. You give every people a helpful question for us on this period of time to guide every people how about the avoid and protect ourselves from pandemic and COVID-19. And Phan Trang we have 9 and 1 so, and another people is in Nguyễn here timer, and he have a good role today, and we could say fire and sure. And one people I will say I will say give a compliment for people. It means Tố Bùi. So I would say thank you for you to give a MC very good today, and thank you. So you very cute and smile, very beautiful. And in beginning, I appreciate this all the speech is non-disrupt, and I will say so. Every people look like a professor for me to hear, and it's a good chance for me to sit in my room and have a meeting with every people. And finally, hope you are aware some of all of my sharing about the repeated work, and gradually improve in the next time to be better. And thank you. Back to you, Tubu.
Thank you so much for Toastmaster Thanh Phan. I know that you work very hard. You work with the enthusiastic. Yeah. And yeah, I really love your report. Thank you so much. And now we'll move to the next session. So I really like that session because you know why? In this session, I can learn a lot of excellent grammar from every speech during the meeting. So I learned very quickly from the report. And after that, I can apply it for my next speeches in the very near future. And now I would like to introduce the very experienced Toastmaster from Saigon Toastmasters, Toastmaster Fernando will do the grammarian report.
Fellow Toastmasters members, let me introduce the role of the grammarian, which is basically to highlight and help all the club members and improve the use of the grammar and vocabulary. And I reckon that all the attendees of this session use English as a second language. And it's just a friendly reminder that the objective of Toastmasters is to improve and develop public speaking and leadership skills. And it gives you us an scenario to practice our English, though it's not an English club. Starting with the session, I just captured some use of the language, and I will make suggestions. And first, when Field was saying my English skill is not good, I would recommend that just saying my English is not good, because it is repeated. And furthermore, the next person too, when Tu was transitioning to the very nervous session, referring to the table topics, the table topic session is not nervous at all, but it makes you feel nervous. It's just a recommendation. And in the table topics, when Jennifer say on the night I went out something, I suggest just to use at night. The next one is Big Nguyen, when she was saying, oh, we can practice together, wash your hands. I would just suggest to invite you to keep washing your hands. And Mike, congratulations. Mike used the word of the day, not once, but twice. Very good participation. The next one is Phantom. Phantom, when leading the table topics, and he used the word of the day. And he said, I don't have much in my mind. I suggest just to say, I can think on something. And also saying the top C level. I understand this, but I recommend just to use the executives, because it might be a word top C that is a jargon that not many people might know. Huyen, and use the word of the day, and congratulations for that. Phantom, also he mentioned bounce back, and bounce back refers to revamp or come successfully, like the Phoenix, just to ramp up quickly. And another good use was the boost your resilience. That means increase your focus on. And another participant, Vader used the word eloquent. You were an eloquent speaker, which is a very good use, and it refers being fluent or persuasive in speaking. Danta, he used the word of the day a few times, and I got you covered. Is just to make sure that he knows what he's talking about, and use the word demonstrated, which is to give a practical or an explanation on something. And during his participation, he used the word employed one or two ideas, which employs refers to make the use of, and then the definition. He also said that it could further escalate an idea. On this scenario, escalate means something that increase rapidly. And lastly, here he mentioned the word expanded. Expanded means to make something larger or more extensive. And another participant, Ta, from the Chine Mind Club, and said, and give you a wish, but you don't give a wish, you say, I wish you do something. The participant, me mentioned, I don't let you disappointing. My recommendation to me is to say, I won't disappoint you. She told me this sentence or advice, rather than saying that, just she told me something, or she gave me an advice. In her participation, she said, I open my heart. This is a very good use, and that means to tell one about your intimate problems or secrets. And Huyen, from her answer, she said that her boss gave her a top-down order, which means to use to refer to a situation in which the decisions are made by a few people with authority. And Jennifer mentioned, come quickly, come fastly. I suggest to say it quickly. Running out of time, and that's my participation for today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Fernando, for your very detailed feedback for everyone. Personally, for me, I will learn that next time I should then say the nervous session about table topic session. It's just my feeling. I learned it. Thank you, Toastmaster Fernando again. And now we move to the general session. Yeah, today, Saigon Toastmaster and Vietnamese Toastmaster, we are very honored to have you in our meeting. Yeah, the Toastmaster Venus from District 97P. So she will give the general evaluation for our meeting today.
Extraordinary resilience, like building a muscle. Increasing our resilience takes time and intentionality. Focusing on 4 core components: connection, meaning, healthy thinking, and wellness can empower us to withstand and learn from difficult experiences. Congratulations, Vietnam leaders and Saigon Toastmasters Club, for bringing us the opportunity to increase our capacity for resilience. COVID-19 pandemic is not going to disrupt us. May I invite everyone to show an action that represents how resilient you are. Everybody on screen, what's your action to show how resilient you are? Maybe something like that, or you're smiling, or maybe very powerful. It's awesome to see this one. Today, we were able to practice 4 strategies to build extraordinary resilience. The first strategy is building connections. Thank you so much to our expo team of both clubs for organizing this first joint meeting. I admire our area director, the members of both clubs, visiting Toastmasters, and guests who supported this initiative. Share a heart emoticon to celebrate how awesome we are today. It's nice to see all those hearts. The second strategy to build extraordinary resilience is meaning. It's about purpose. It's great to witness a well-designed program. We had the 3 main components of a Toastmasters meeting. The roles were distributed to the club members. There's a mix of the levels of speech projects. We got levels 1 and levels 3. Great job to the 2 VPEs for bringing us a well-structured agenda. I salute all the role takers today who took the opportunity for self-discovery. Let's wave our hands to show them appreciation. Wave your hands to all our role takers and our 2 VPEs, of course. The third strategy to build extraordinary resilience is healthy thinking. Let's maintain a hopeful outlook. It's amazing to have our team of evaluators and support roles to guide us throughout the session. I'm impressed at how the evaluators provided constructive feedback. Table topics evaluator, Toastmaster Vader, he used the technique in bringing back the performance of the speakers. And Toastmaster Vader, don't miss on recommendation. If the speaker did well, bring a challenge. I heard the phrase, I actually don't have a recommendation. Then give a challenge for the speaker to level up her performance. For example, Toastmaster Phil, it would be great to share more of your story. How about signing up as a guest speaker in our club? So you'll have 5 to 7 minutes. Table topics evaluator, Toastmaster Yanta, very dynamic as always. He pinpointed specific strengths of the speakers and gave vivid descriptions of how it was performed. It's great to hear a recommendation with the expected result. This technique is very important to persuade those who we are evaluating to buy our suggestions. Toastmaster Yanta, kindly share your evaluation skills to fellow members. Conduct the art of giving feedback training workshop. It could be in your club or the area, the division, or even the district. Personal evaluator, Toastmaster Tian, it's very personalized. He spoke for himself. He started right away with appreciating his speaker. That uplifts the readiness of the speaker to hear the upcoming comments. How can we give suggestions? She should. We may rephrase the word she should by saying, you may consider this technique. That's another way of recommending some tips to our speakers. Personal evaluator, Toastmaster Ta, focus on the structure and gave detailed comments. It would also be great to support it with how the speaker really did it and show it as well. One more time, Toastmaster Yanta, he explained how his speaker effectively performed. I still see the green light in there. There's so much time for the summary. Restate the strengths and the additional skill that could be added. Personal evaluator, Toastmaster Tao Tran, she gave supporting reasons why the speaker's public speaking skill, the vocal variety, is very important. One thing to consider when giving recommendation: raise your voice, increase your voice, perform it. For example, instead of only saying it's good to raise your voice, we do it exactly. I cut my hair, to show that what we are recommending is really doable. All our personal evaluators for today, let's commend them by shaking our hands to the right and to the left. Let's move on to our supporting roles. Our listener reporter, Toastmaster Nyen, it's a very vibrant mental activity. It's good that you did not call the name for those who needs to answer. It will save our face for those who didn't listen. A counter, Toastmaster Tan Pan, she listened intently. She is indeed an policewoman. Grammarian report Toastmaster Fernando was able to give the importance of his role, and he specifically corrected those needed to be corrected. To our support role takers, give some introductions pointing out the value of the role or the activity. For example, in listening. Listening is a skill we develop in a Toastmasters meeting. Listening skills allow us to make sense of and understand what another person is saying. Let's see how well you listened. Then the activity. Filler words don't add value to our speeches. Let's do our best not to use them. Then report. At the end, give tips on how we eliminate filler words. To our timer Toastmaster again and our Zoom master, thank you so much. And let's say wow to all our support role takers. Unmute your microphone and say wow.
Wow.
Wow. The fourth The fourth strategy to build extraordinary resilience is wellness. We take good care of our body. We spend our time in front of our screen for 2 straight hours. I hope that nobody's experiencing online fatigue. We have a charming and dynamic Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tubui. Her smiling face radiated a relaxing aura. This helped a comfortable atmosphere for the 2-hour session. I appreciate that Toastmaster Tubui listened intently to speakers and highlighted the core message of the speech. I admire that Toastmaster Bui did not include her personal comments. As Toastmaster of the day, it's always about the speaker. Now, how can we incorporate wellness throughout the session? The Toastmaster of the day can include small physical or mental activities every after role. For example, thank you, Toastmaster Diltran, for sharing your love. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, what is your love language? So show an action that best show your love language. Then we have all the participants moving. Another example, who stole your time? Show your watch, your clock, or your calendar. With that, the Toastmaster of the day allow time for the speaker to do some physical activity and get ready for the next role taker. It's very important that we keep our blood and oxygen flow in our body consistently. It helps us to stay physically and mentally active. With that, let's give our charming look to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tubui. Head to the right, head to the left, and one sweet smile. It's a privilege to be a part of this joint meeting. As this is the first joint meeting, a good start by the presidents of the clubs will be a brief history or success stories of the clubs. It's nice to have our graphic design for the virtual background. Many thanks to our design for your effort and for sharing your designing skills. Let's embrace our Toastmasters brand. We have specific colors that we can use. This is a way of clarifying what we really offer. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to build my resilience with all of you. The challenges we're facing today will not disrupt us from being awesome. I admire everyone for taking the opportunity to build your resilience with all the participants. Today and every day, build your connections, prioritize relationships, find purpose, look for opportunities for self-discovery, embrace healthy thoughts, maintain a hopeful look, foster wellness, take good care of your body. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Oh my goodness, is it an amazing evaluation that I have even heard that. And Toastmaster Venus, many members in Saigon Toastmaster and Vietnam Leader Toastmaster as well. So before that, they say that they are busy on the Sunday morning, but after they know that, they realize that you go with us in the meeting, so they change their plans because they know that you are the very experienced Toastmaster and distinguished Toastmaster, and we can learn so much from you. And yeah, today, so amazing evaluation for all of us. Thank you so much for your time. And everyone, please show the thankful feeling for Toastmaster Venus by do that. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Venus. Thank you so much. And now we move to the next session. It will be the session that everyone will wait for. It's the winning announcement. So I would like to introduce Toastmaster Trúc Phạm. So she will have the winner announcements for everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tú Bùi. And now here we are coming to the part that we are all waiting for, the winner announcement. So let me ask some help from our Zoom master so that they can share the screen and tell you the result of the voting section. Yeah, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes, and now the awarding ceremony. Who's gonna be the best speakers today? First, we will have the best table topic, then the best evaluator, and last but not least, the best speaker. And now, congratulations to our Toastmaster Mai Nguyễn, the best table topic speaker today. Congratulations. Can the Zoom master have me pin his face also on the Zoom screen, right? Congratulations to Toastmaster Mai Nguyễn, and we appreciate that you have time to join us today. Next, the best evaluator. Let's see. Drum rolls. And now best evaluators are Toastmaster Danh Tạ. Congratulations. Congratulations, Toastmaster Danh Tạ, for being the best evaluator today. Thank you for your feedback and useful advice to our speakers. And last, for the prepared section, who's gonna be the best speaker today? Can you guess some of the names? Can you tell me some of the names? Yeah, we all love our 4 speakers today. And now, yeah, you work for voting. And congratulations to our best speaker today, Toastmaster Mỹ Ngô. Congratulations. And congratulations to all of you here. And today you did a great job with the 4 of useful and valuable performance with the Toastmaster meeting. And now it's now time to close our meeting. And it's time to take our group photo. As you get ready, now let's turn on your camera. And our Toastmaster, Zoom master and co-host, Toastmaster Nghĩa Nguyễn, please help me take the screenshot. Today we have nearly more than 50 participants, and we have 3 pages. So please help me say cheese, with the emoji heart icon, and then you can turn on the camera, smile, and take the group photo. Okay, you guys ready? For the first photo, 1, 2, 3.
Cheese.
Let's wait. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Okay. Next page, Nghĩa, please.
Yes. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cheese. So yeah.
The last page. Yeah, the third page.
Oh yeah, I have already made the last shot.
Yeah, and thank you very much for joining us today. I announce that the meeting is dismissed now. And any contact for our club officer, we got in the chat box. We can send you the email and you can contact us.
And any for last word to you, Toastmaster of the day, Tú Bùi, back to you. Thank you, Toastmaster Trúc Phạm. And on behalf of the organizer team, I would say thank you to our VIP Toastmaster Venus, Toastmaster Ta, and Toastmaster Phil from Chiang Mai Toastmaster Club for your time to join us today. So you give a lot of valuable contribution to our meeting today. I would like to say thank you to our resident Toastmaster team, IPP from Saigon Toastmaster, Toastmaster Bích Nguyễn from Vietnam Leader Toastmaster. Thank you for your direction to our meeting today. And thank you for your organizer team, Trúc Phạm, Nghĩa Nguyễn, who? Let me check. and Phan Jennifer, yeah. Also, you did a very good job. And thank you for all the members from Saigon Toastmaster and Vietnam Leader Toastmaster. Thank you for your time joining us today. So we did a very successful event for the first event for two clubs. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the guests. You still stay here with us until now about 12 a.m. Yeah, you spend on the morning Sunday for us. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for so much for your contribution for our meeting today. Thank you, and hope that you have the very nice weekend.
Okay, goodbye.
Thank you
very
very
much.
much.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.